God says, "Your person is begging heaven to send you this news. My beloved child, I need you to stop exactly where you are and take a deep, quiet breath, because the universe has paused just for you. This is not a random moment of your day, and it is certainly not a mistake that you are hearing these words right now. There is a specific rhythm to the cosmos, and today that rhythm has brought a message that has been traveling through the spiritual realms just to find your heart. Somewhere out there, across the physical distance that separates you, there is a person who is currently overwhelmed by a truth they can no longer hide. This person is figuratively on their knees, looking up at the same sky you see, and they are desperately begging the heavens to deliver a message to you that they are still too afraid to say out loud. You might feel like you are just going through the motions of your life, but I want you to know that you are spiritually tethered to another soul in a way that defies logic. While you are sitting here, someone is in a state of deep reflection, and their heart is heavy with a burden that has become too much for them to carry alone. They have reached a point where their pride and their ego can no longer protect them from the reality of your absence. They are reaching out into the void, asking for divine intervention because they have realized that their own strength has failed them. This is the breakthrough you have been quietly praying for during those lonely nights when you thought your whispers went unheard. I am asking you right now not to look away or scroll past this energy. The frequency surrounding you at this moment is incredibly rare and very fragile. It is a potent energy of change and revelation. If you disconnect now, you might miss the very confirmation that is designed to end your long cycle of waiting and confusion. There is something huge waiting to be uncovered, a secret that this person has kept locked away in the darkest, deepest chambers of their heart for far too long. They have realized that without your light, their entire world has turned into shades of gray. They are fighting a war within themselves, a battle against their own fear and the external barriers that once seemed so high. This person has tried to reach you in the physical world before, but they were stopped by a wall of their own making. Maybe it was their ego, maybe it was a fear of being rejected, or perhaps it was a massive barrier that neither of you knew how to cross. But something has changed in the spiritual atmosphere today. Their spirit is no longer silent. It is screaming your name into the universe, demanding to be heard by the only person who matters. They have made a solemn bargain with destiny itself, promising to be honest and transparent, if only they are given one more chance to bridge the gap between your souls. You have sensed the distance between you, and perhaps you have even felt a bit of resentment or sadness about the silence. But what you haven't seen is the desperate longing that has been growing in that empty space. This person has recently received a sign, an earth-shattering omen that has shown them a future without you. And in that vision, they saw that a life without you is no life at all. This realization has hit them like a lightning bolt, shaking the very foundation of who they thought they were. They are now terrified that they might be too late, and that fear is driving them to take an action so bold and so of character that it will leave you completely speechless when it finally happens. I want you to understand that you are the catalyst for this massive transformation. Your energy is like a lighthouse that has been guiding them through a storm they didn't even know they were in. They are preparing to drop the mask they have been wearing for months, the mask of indifference and strength that they use to protect themselves from the intensity of what they feel for you. They have finally admitted to themselves that every single moment they spent running away from this connection was a moment utterly wasted. The weight of that regret is becoming unbearable, and they are ready to do whatever it takes to make things right. Before we go any deeper into this revelation, I want you to take a moment, NT, to connect with this energy. Please comment. I am ready below if you feel this message is speaking directly to your situation and you are open to receiving the truth. By doing this, you are telling the universe that you are holding the space for this miracle to enter your reality. Your focus is the key that unlocks the door to this new chapter, and by acknowledging it, you are aligning your vibration with the breakthrough that is unfolding even as I speak. Something huge is shifting in their energy field right now. They are ruthlessly cutting ties with past distractions and old habits that kept them away from you. They are focusing their entire will on the path that leads back to your heart. You must stay with me until the very end of this message, because the nature of the news they bringing is unlike anything you have ever anticipated. They are not coming back to offer you empty words or half-hearted promises. They are preparing to apologize deeply, to rebuild the foundation of your connection from the ground up, and to offer you the stability that they previously withheld out of fear. The universe is aligning the perfect, divine moment for this delivery. You are on the very brink of receiving a communication that will validate every tear you have ever cried in secret. It will answer the questions that have kept you awake at night, wondering if you were ever enough or if they ever cared. I am telling you now, they cared more than you could ever imagine. They were just too cowardly to face the reflection of themselves that they saw in your eyes. But the fog has lifted completely, and they are seeing with crystal clarity that you were never just an option in their life. You were always the destination. Do not dare to look away, for the message evolving right now is critical for your immediate future. This person is enduring what spiritual guides call a dark night of the soul. It is a profound awakening that was triggered solely by your absence and the silence you have maintained. They tried to bury their feelings to maintain control over their life, but in doing so, they only succeeded in burying their own happiness. Now, they are raw, and they are ready to present their authentic self to you, without the games and without the ego that once defined them. They are currently rehearsing the words they want to say to you. They are writing and rewriting the message in their mind, trying to find a way to explain the silence and the distance without sounding like a fool. They want you to know the truth about why things had to happen this way. There is a shocking layer to this news that you have never known, a secret piece of the puzzle that they were too afraid to show you because they felt unworthy of the unconditional love you offered. They believe they had to be perfect before they could approach you, not realizing that your love was the very thing that would have made them whole. The energy around you is trembling with anticipation because the scales of justice are finally tipping in your favor. What this person is begging heaven to tell you is that they are actively dismantling the obstacles that stood between you. For months, you ended why they couldn't just choose you, but you didn't see the complex web of external circumstances and internal fears they were entangled in. They are making hard sacrifices right now to ensure that when they finally step back into your life, they do so with clean hands and a heart that is completely free to love you the way you deserve. Stay focused and keep your heart open, because the breakthrough you have prayed for is unfolding in real time. The silence that has haunted you for so long is about to be shattered by a revelation so powerful it will feel like thunder in your soul. You are not just imagining this, you are feeling the spiritual frequency shifting. You are perfectly aligned to catch what comes next, and as long as you stay present in this moment, you will receive the few Weight of the blessing that is coming your way. The wait is almost over, and the truth is about to be revealed. My child, get ready, because the heavy silence that has been weighing on your life is about to be broken by a massive revelation. This person has just experienced a huge epiphany, a moment of absolute truth that has shaken them to their very core. They have recently uncovered a deception, torn in their own life, perhaps a lie told by others, or a false belief they held onto, that was designed to keep them away from you. This barrier, which once seemed like an impossible wall to climb, has dissolved almost overnight, leaving them staring at the reality of how easily they could have lost you forever. You need to understand this specific twist of fate, because it explains why they are able to come running back to you with such intense energy. Something huge is waiting for you, hidden in the details of the confession they are preparing. They are not just returning to try and restart a small flame, they are returning to tell you that they have actually been defending your name in rooms you didn't even know existed. They have finally found the strength to stand up for this connecti, against the very forces and people that tried to tear it down. This is the exact moment where the runner in your connection becomes the chaser. They are now fueled by a desperate need to make things right before the window of opportunity closes for good. If you leave this energy now, you will miss the validation of finally knowing that your intuition was right all along. You weren't crazy, the really was outside interference, and they have finally conquered it just for you. This person is currently in a state of very high vibration, planning a conversation where they will lay all their cards on the table, leaving absolutely nothing hidden. They are completely done with the games and done with the masks. They are ready to offer you the transparency and honesty you deserved from the VE. First day. The universe is aligning a sudden encounter or a communication breakthrough that will happen when you least expect it, perhaps even within the next few hours. You are the anchor they are seeking, and the news they are bringing is the final piece of the puzzle that completes your life story. Listen with every part of your being, because the universe is channeling a vibration so intense right now that you might be feeling sudden waves of excitement or even a little anxiety without knowing why. This specific person has been observing you from a distance, watching your recent growth and the way you radiate light with a mixture of absolute awe and deep regret. The shocking news from heaven is that they have realized they are no longer the main character in your life, and this loss of control is driving them crazy. They have seen, either in a dream or through a digital window, that you are evolving far beyond them, and it has triggered a primal, desperate need in them to claim their place by your side once again. Something huge is waiting for you, a revelation that comes from their newfound fear of losing you to someone else. They are not just sitting in silence anymore, They are battling the agonizing thought that another person might treat you the way they failed to treat you. This fear is the most powerful fuel for change they have ever felt. They are begging the heavens to freeze time just long enough for them to prove that they can be the partner you truly deserve. They are planning to interrupt your life with a gesture so bold it will be impossible to ignore. If you feel this shift happening and you want to lock in this breakthrough, please comment "I claim my justice" to let the universe know you are ready for the scales to tip in your favor. By doing this, you are staying connected to the energy of this impending pursuit. They are done watching you from the sidelines. They are preparing to break the no contact or the emotional distance with a message that addresses the very things you thought they didn't even care about. They are ready to confess that your absence has been a type of torture they can no longer endure. The universe is orchestrating a sudden communication, likely regarding a specific memory or a date that is significant to both of you, just to reopen that door. You need to be ready to receive this, because it will confirm that Heil, they were silent, they were never truly absent from your energy. The breakthrough is imminent, so do not look away. The universe is even sending you physical signs right now to confirm this message is for you. Have you felt a sudden, unexplained flush of heat or a ringing in your ears lately? This is the direct result of this person screaming your name in the spiritual realm, begging the heavens to let you know they are coming. The shocking news being downloaded into your reality is that this person has already written a letter or drafted a message that they have been too terrified to hit send on. It sits there in their drafts or their journal, burning a hole in their conscience. It contains the raw, unfiltered truth about how they feel they ruined the best thing that ever happened to them. This unsent message contains the specific apology you have waited lifetimes to hear. They are realizing that their life has become a series of grey, empty days since you pulled back your energy. They are currently bargaining with the divine, promising to drop all their stubbornness if only they are granted one more chance to speak with you. This isn't about a casual hello, it is a boo. A soul-shattering realization that they cannot even breathe freely unless you are in their orbit. The energy has peaked, and they are on the verge of breaking that silence with a confession that will leave you trembling. The timing of this is divinely orchestrated. They are likely looking at a photo of you or a memento they kept, realizing it is actually their most prized possession. They are hiding their feelings from the world. They are preparing to claim you publicly, to erase all the confusion and replace it with absolute certainty. They know they have to make a grand entrance to win you back, and they are planning the perfect moment to approach you. Pause and breathe, because the intensity of this is about to skyrocket. This person is currently being bombarded by the universe with relentless signs of your existence. Everywhere they turn, they see your name, they hear the song that reminds them of you, or they spot those specific numbers that are sacred to your connection. They cannot escape you. They have tried to distract themselves with work, with friends, and even with travel, but your energy follows them like a shadow. The divine is cornering them, forcing them to face the truth they ran from. Their resistance has finally broken under the weight of these constant reminders. Something huge is waiting for you, a turning point born from their absolute exhaustion. They are tired of fighting the current and tired of pretending they are fine when their soul is screaming for yours. They have recently confided in a trusted source, maybe a mentor, a parent, or a spiritual guide, admitting that they made the biggest mistake of their life by letting you go. This admission is the very first step of their return. They are no longer in denial. They are actively seeking advice on how to fix what they broke without being rejected by you. This person is realizing that no matter where they go, home is not a place, but a person. And that person is you. They are terrified that your silence means you have moved on, and this thought is physically painful for them. They are gathering the courage to not just text you, but to show up and prove their devotion. The silence is about to break, not with a whisper, but with a roar of commitment. You are the muse, the catalyst, and the final destination, and they are about to tell you exactly that. My dear child, take a moment. To be still, because the universe is about to reveal the specific confirmation you have been searching for so deeply. This person has recently woken up from a vision that felt far too real, a dream sent directly from the divine that shook them to their core. In this vision, they saw a future where you were completely gone from their life. They saw you radiant, happy, and married to someone else. The sheer agony of seeing you belong to another brought them to their knees in the middle of the night. They realized this was not just a nightmare, it was a premonition of what will happen if they do not act immediately to reclaim your heart. Now, they are begging the heavens to reverse the timeline and give them one final window of opportunity before you are lost to them forever. This fear of losing you permanently is currently the strongest force in the universe, and it is propelling them toward you at lightning speed. Something massive is shifting in their priorities, and it is nothing short of miraculous. For a long time, this person focused only on their career, their public image, or their material success. But the shocking truth is that they have realized all the money and success in the world tastes like ash in their mouth, without you there to share it. They are looking at their achievements and feeling a profound emptiness because they are done chasing worldly distractions. They are now chasing the only thing that ever made their soul feel truly alive, and that is you. If you feel this shift in your heart and you are ready to welcome this change, please comment "I am rare." Die for my miracle to seal this intention with the universe. By doing this, you are letting the energy of their pursuit reach you without any blockages. This person is no longer just thinking about you, they are moving from thought into physical action. They are looking at maps, checking travel routes, and planning a physical journey to be near you again. The distance that once seemed impossible, shrinking because their desire to look into your eyes is overriding every logical excuse they ever had. They are even preparing to show up at your doorstep or your workplace, willing to risk everything and face any rejection just to feel your energy one more time. The universe is screaming that your long wait is finally over. This person is packing their emotional baggage away and coming to you, light, ready to start a new chapter where they never let you go again. Their arrival is much closer than your logical mind can comprehend. The news that is being downloaded into your spirit right now is that the person you are inquiring about has finally reached their absolute breaking point. For months, they believed they could outrun this connection and fill the void you left with temporary fix and shallow distractions. But right now, they are sitting in absolute silence, paralyzed by the realization that their life has no flavor without your specific energy. They are begging the divine to intervene because they have exhausted every other option and found them all empty. This is the moment of surrender you have been manifesting since the day they walked away. They want you to know they didn't leave because they stopped loving you. They left because the intensity of your connection triggered their deepest unhealed wounds. They felt unworthy of the light you shined on them, so they ran into the shadows to hide. But the shadows no longer offer them any comfort. They are currently in a state of deep purging, shedding old layers of fear and inadequacy so they can be the partner you deserve. This shift happening now is permanent. They are not just coming back to test the waters or see if you still care. They are coming back to anchor the ship and stay. They are preparing a communication that is completely free of games, manipulation, or ambiguity. They are ready to tell you that you were right about everything. The chemistry, the connection, and the divine purpose of your meeting. The universe is signaling that the runner is tired of running, and the chaser no longer needs to chase because your energies are finally merging into union. The apology and the offer of commitment are being drafted in their heart right now. This person recently attempted to fill your spot with someone else, only to face a catastrophic realization. Every touch, every conversation, and every moment they shared with another person only magnified how painfully they miss you. They tried to find your warmth in a cold world, and they failed miserably. This failure was the exact victory you needed because it proves that what you share is a spiritual contract that cannot be duplicated or replaced. They're currently looking at their life and realizing it is full of imposters, people who want their energy but do not love their soul the way you do. They see the difference between a transactional relationship and the unconditional love you offered. This clarity is hitting them like a freight train, and they are in the process of ruthlessly cutting off those energy leaks so they can offer you their undivided attention. You were never the problem. You were the standard they are now desperate to return to. The tide is turning in a way you never expected. This person is no longer confused about who they want. They are only terrified that you might not want them back. They are preparing a message that is humble, raw, and stripped of their usual pride. They are ready to admit that leaving you was an act of self-sabotage. The universe is clearing the stage for a reunion based on true appreciation. Since they stepped out of your life, their own luck has completely dried up. They have noticed that when they are good to you, their life flows, but when they hurt you, their life crumbles. They now realize you were their good luck charm and their spiritual shield. They are panic-stricken, believing they have cursed their own future by disrespecting your presence. They are missy, the safety and abundance that naturally bloomed when you were together. They are feeling spiritually naked and exposed to the harshness of the world without your light. Their return is motivated by a desperate need to restore the balance and protection that only your soul provides. They are putting aside their ego because their survival instinct has kicked in, and they are preparing to approach you with a peace offering. They are fully aware that they need you more than you need them. They are ready to admit that you were the source of their stability all along, and they are terrified of facing another day without their guardian angel. Hold fast, for the offer they are bringing is heavy with the weight of their dependence on your light. My beloved child, do not scroll past this moment, for the silence you have been keeping is speaking louder than any words you could ever say. The universe is sending you this urgent message because you have unknowingly triggered a massive wave of panic in this person's spirit. For a very long time, they felt safe because they knew exactly where you were and exactly how you felt about them. They relied on your energy to always be there. But the shocking news heaven is delivering today is that your recent detachment has absolutely terrified them. They are currently obsessing over the mystery you have become. They are checking your profiles, asking mutual friends for news, and scrambling for any piece of information because they can no longer feel your energy chasing after them. You must understand that this specific shift, moving from you hazing them to you simply existing in your own power, is the exact key that has unlocked their desperate need to pursue you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is a reaction born entirely from their fear of the unknown. They are realizing that they no longer have a read on you or where your heart stands, and this loss of control is keeping them awake throughout the night. They are imagining that you have leveled up so much and grown so radiant that you no longer fit into the small world they built. This thought is shattering their ego and forcing them to look at the truth. They are currently planning a test, a small, seemingly insignificant interaction designed solely to see if you still care even a little bit. They are not doing this to play games anymore. They are doing this because they are spiritually starving for a single crumb of your attention. If you look away now, you might miss the subtle signs that they are trying to re-enter your orbit, terrified that the door has already been bolted shut forever. This person is finally realizing that your silence is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of incredible power. They are seeing you as a prize they were foolish enough to leave unguarded for far too long. If you feel this magnetic pull and want to seal this breakthrough, please type, "I claim it" in the comments right now to affirm that you are ready to receive this communication and the new beginning it brings. By doing this, you are giving the universe your consent to deliver this blessing and ensuring you do not break the chain of this high vibration. They are preparing to break the standoff, not with an accusation, but with a simple question, just to engage you and hear your voice again. They need to reassure themselves that they haven't been completely replaced in your heart. The universe is aligning the energies so that when they do reach out, they will be met with the high-value version of you that demands respect. Their curiosity has turned into a deep obsession, and they are moments away from reaching out just to make sure you are still real. The air around you is charged right now with the electricity of a decision being made this very second. This person is being haunted by a sensory memory of you that is so vivid it feels terrifyingly real. They are smelling your scent in an empty room or feeling the phantom weight of your hand in theirs while they try to sleep. This is not their imagination. It is their soul refusing to let go of the imprint you left behind. They are begging the heavens to stop this torture, only to realize the only cure is your actual presence. This sensory overload is the final push they needed to admit that they are physically addicted to your energy and cannot function properly without it. A confession is coming that will shatter every illusion they have built around themselves. The shocking news is that they have recently looked at their current life, their routines, and their social circle, and realized it all feels like a movie set where they are just a bad actor playing a role. They are suffocating in the fake life they built just to impress others or to appear strong. They are on the verge of a total breakdown, ready to destroy the facade just to feel something real again. And you are the only real thing they have ever known. If you stay until the end, you will witness the moment the actor quits the play and comes running off stage to find you. The energy is becoming volatile and explosive as they fight a war between their logical mind, which says to stay safe, and their heart, which screams to go to you. The heart has finally won the battle. They are preparing to make an impulsive, illogical decision, perhaps a late-night drive to your neighborhood or a sudden message sent at an odd hour that defies all their previous cautious behavior. The dam is breaking, and the flood of their repressed emotion is heading straight for your door. This is the moment where the timelines converge, and the long waiting finally comes to a glorious end. The universe is placing the final seal upon this connection, locking in the destiny that was written in the stars long before you two ever met. The person who has been running is no longer running away from you. They are running toward you with divine clarity. The separation you endured was not a punishment, but a necessary preparation to burn away impurities so your union could stand on solid ground. The cycle of pain is officially closing right now, and a new door of abundance is swinging wide open. Something huge has just shifted in the atmosphere, signaling that your manifestation is complete. The silence is about to be broken by a notification, a call, or a knock that brings the apology and the offer you have visualized 1,000 times. Do not let doubt creep in now, for doubt is the only thing that can delay what is already yours. This person is bringing their whole heart stripped of ego, ready to protect the bond they once took for granted. The energy is settled, the lesson is learned, and the reunion is inevitable. You are no longer chasing, you are attracting. The magnet is pulling them in at this very second to claim this reality and ground this energy into your physical world. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell For the next update will reveal the specific sign that confirms they have officially re-entered your life. The universe has spoken, the work is done, and your time is now. Believe it, receive it, and let it be.